Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made the leather harness for my Imogen Temult cosplay from Critical Role. The techniques I use for this harness can be translated into a lot of other pieces for cosplay, and I'm excited to show you because I love how it came out. First, I'll go over materials. I used 2mm craft foam, a thin and flexible faux leather, and then a bunch of accessories, like a small metal macrame hoop, 1-inch buckles, grommets, and these rivets that come in 3 sizes. The base of the harness is faux leather sewed over top of craft foam. To start, I cut out a long 2-inch wide strip of foam and then a bunch of 1-inch strips. The base of the harness is going to attach with Velcro on my right side, so I put on my vest and measured how long the foam strip needed to be. Did you know that you can sew fabric to 2mm foam? I cut out a strip of leather slightly larger than my waistband and just folded it over, clipped it down, and sewed 1/4 inch away from the side. I cut off any extra seam allowance to reduce bulk, and then I sewed on the Velcro. And here's how the base waistband turned out. Now to make a bunch of belts. The waistband has a smaller belt on top of it, so I used 2 belts of 1-inch thick strips of craft foam and measured and marked where I wanted them to be. I made one longer and one shorter belt to give the illusion of a working belt. I added a brass buckle and then punched holes into the belt using an awl and added grommets. I love how they look. Then, to hold the small belt to the waistband, I marked out where the shoulder straps were going to sit using sewing clips and punched a hole in the 2 sides and back of the waistband and added these brass rivets. I needed 3 buckles without the prong, so I used some pliers to pry it off. I looped a 1-inch thick strip of leather covered in foam into the buckles and then attached those loops to the waistband and sewed it down. Next, I took a long strip of just the leather and sewed it down into a strap that was a 1/2 inch thick. I used this to create a triangle of leather and attach it to the waistbands and loops by using more rivets. I did this for all 3 of the loops, and then I added more rivets for decoration. Now I'll show you how I worked on the actual shoulder straps. I started with the back and used another 1-inch foam and leather belt. I looped it around the other side of the buckle and used a rivet to secure the loop. Super easy. The shoulder straps were a little more involved. To reduce the bulk, I made 2 1-inch thick, just leather strips, no foam, and looped those around the 2 front buckles. I didn't make those a specific length, I just made them long enough so I could cut them to size later. I put the harness on and measured how far up on my torso the straps would go, and then I sewed on another buckle. I sewed 2 more foam and leather belts, and then tried on the vest and harness again to measure where I wanted the top straps to go. Pinning the lower straps to the vest made this a lot easier. I held them in place with sewing clips. Then I added some more grommets to match the belt on the waistband and put it all together. Now it's time to make all the straps meet at the back. I'm looping them through a metal macrame ring, and I had my husband help me thread the straps through the ring and then hold them in place with sewing clips. Then I secured everything with rivets and cut off the excess. Finally, I added some little belt loops to keep everything from flapping around, and the harness was done. Come back next week to see the rest of Imogen's cosplay come to life with the outfit and accessories. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. See you next time. Bye!